Welcome to my YouTube channel, Camera and Film Tips, where we will be discussing film photography. Today, we're going to be looking at the Canon AE-1 program camera. So let's get to it. We're going to take a quick look at this Canon AE-1 program that I bought on eBay. See if it's a good buy or a bad buy. Let's take a look at it together. As we can see, it's the AE-1 program. The battery compartment, and we can take a look at what I put in here is for the battery. It is a L1325, which is the 4LR44 6-volt battery. So I think that's what it calls for, so it shouldn't have any problems. So a lot of these you got to watch because the battery window is missing, but you can buy replacements. So that you can do. We'll take a quick look at the lens while we're looking at the front. Okay, it's the Canon Lens, the 50mm 1.8. It's pretty much probably the standard lens that came with most of these cameras. Call it what they call it today is the box lens. Pretty much it. Now I'm going to tell you all I know about this, which might not be much, but it should get you to where you're shooting. Hey, if you have things to add in the comments, I'm always ready to learn. To take the lens off, there's really not any lock to it. You just grab the ring, turn it. You'll see the two red dots line up. Pull it off. Here's the viewfinder that you're looking through when you and that helps you focus the camera. The mirror. So you see the mirror move. So put the lens back on. You line that red dot up. Take the silver ring and just tighten it up. So you got a couple buttons over here, and the top button is exposure lock. So what would happen is if you've got a subject that's really backlit really bad, and so you could push this button in, walk up to the subject until you've got the good focus and the good light, and then come back to where your position's at, keep it in focus, push the shutter, and take the picture while all keeping this pushed in. Now, I hope I explained that correctly. I've never used it. I probably never will. But I hope I explained that to where if you do feel you're going to use that and I didn't explain it well, maybe you can find out someplace a little bit better explanation on it. But that's what that does. It's an exposure lock. Then the second button, the lower button, is the exposure preview when you're looking in the viewfinder. So that's what that is. This here, I believe, is a mirror lock. I'm not positive on that, so don't hold me to it. It's something I don't use, and I don't really know, but it does go in. But so anyway, if you're interested in that, you're going to have to, maybe somebody can tell us in comments what that actually does, because I be honest, I'm not real sure. I just know it pushes in, and what it locks, I'm sorry, I'm not real sure. So we look at the top again, and here's our shutter speed dial from 1,000 to bulb, basically 1,000 to 2 seconds, and then we have bulb in there to where it'll hold the shutter open as long as you want. And you would want to use a shutter cord for that, screw it in there, and then you could use for long exposures. And this is L for lock. So when you have it in L, you can't take a picture. You'd have to go to auto or A. I'm not real sure what that stands for. The S, that's for your self timer. So when you got it there, if you press the button, it's going to count off. Well, we can do that. If you can hear it beeping. So it should click. So that's for that. So when you're shooting, you want to keep it up in the A. So now you've got basically 3 modes you can pick from on this camera. You can pick program mode, which when you're in program, you want this A lined up with this line right here where it's at. And how that happens is this button right here. Got a little button, and you push that button in, and then it allows you to move that ring. When it's off, you can't move the ring. So you put it in A and program, and then you're all ready to go. It's going to be, you're just going to shoot it as is. I mean, it's going to adjust the everything electronically for you and take your picture. Now the other thing you could do is take this out of A, and you can leave this in program and adjust your aperture setting, and then the program is going to adjust your speed of the shutter automatically. So that's the second mode that you can use. The third mode is you take this out of program, and now you're setting the aperture and you're setting the speed. So that's the 3 different modes that you can actually use on this camera. The next thing is, so this black button right here is your battery check, and it will tell you if the battery is good. You're looking through the viewfinder, you will look through, do the battery, or actually you're not looking through the viewfinder. You'll hear it beep. So that's how you check the battery. I'm sorry, I'm getting it confused with some other cameras where you check the battery and it actually flashes inside the viewer. But this one here, it's actually making an audible sound when it beeps. To change your ASA, you're going to press down on this little button here and adjust your ASA. It's locked in when the button's up. This is your rewind when you've taken your last picture. The camera back opens. When you lift this up, it pops the lid. You have pressure plate here, and it's actually a roller here where it presses down right in here and helps guide and keeps the film flat going across the shutter in the back. So then your light pads are right here, and this one is really in good shape. Looks like it's been probably been replaced, or this camera's never really been used and opened up. So it's got a light pad there, and then this grooves, and they look pretty good too. So you put your film in, push that down, pull your camera film across, put it into your guide, and then you're going to slowly take some up. Make sure it's locked in there. You might have to do this twice. And make sure you've got it taken to where it's on there really good. shut the back. Then you're going to take it up until you get to 1. It might take you a couple cranks. There it is on 1. So it takes several cranks to do that. So that's pretty much all I know about this camera. It's very simple. On the bottom you got some contacts here for a automatic film advance that goes on the bottom, and that's what these contacts are, is actually the piece that goes on the bottom will contact these and be the automatic film advance. Then this right here is when you're done with your film, you press that in, and then you can wind your film up. So this here is not a battery. It's just basically the levers and stuff from your shutter advance. Basically, it's all I think it is. But another Canon made in Japan, which at that time, well, and today, most of the cameras are still made in Japan. We do have a serial number here, which I'm not real sure what that means. Here is the flash connection, where you plug in your flash, put your flash up here. So you got to have one of those flashes that has the little cord that goes up and plugs into your flash, I believe. And this might also be a hot shoe for some flashes. So there's some flashes, I think Canon A series flashes, I think are really good for the AE-1s. And so you could put a flash up there and actually it'll connect to these hot spots right here and actually work without having to use this here. So it really, because I think that's what that is, it's pretty sure for the flash. But today you wouldn't even have to use that. But that's pretty much it. There's a little handhold thing that attaches here. That actually I think I have one that helps you hold on to it a little bit more. But then it covers up the battery compartment where you can't get it off. You have to take this off, but it's no big deal if you don't have to change batteries that often. But it's a little handhold thing that will go right there. So again, that's probably about all I can tell you on this camera. It's basically, you have your 3 modes here. So you can do it like a professional mode, beginner mode, or semi-beginner mode, I guess you'd call it. Before we finish up here, we'll see what the shutter speeds sound like. So we got it at 1,500. That these high speeds could be off a little bit, because it just doesn't sound like they're consistent. I think what I might do with this camera is, I don't work on these, I don't know anything about these workings. I think I might send this off and have it CLA'd, because it's a nice camera, and if we can make it working like new, I think it'd be worth the money. So if I missed something or I need corrected on something, please comment, and also subscribe to the channel, and because I'll have more videos coming up, and hit that bell so you're notified when the next video hits YouTube. So for now, until next video, grab your camera, some film, go out and take some pictures, and share them with us. So, till next time I see you in the videos, have a good day.